Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Geis, and from the Pastania Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
You lost me at Casa Carrillo, man.
Often do. Often do. Doing well. Thanks for asking, Aaron. How are you doing?
A bit under the weather, but hoping to
Oh,
get this
that's
out of the
awesome.
way before New Orleans.
Spicy soup,
So,
buddy. I'm telling you, get the hottest
yep,
pho you can and just sweat it out.
yep, exactly. All right. Today we are talking about the West Tampa Circle of Life Robusto.
Mm.
Cigar is 5 by 52, comes out of the Casa Carrillo factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper, binder, and filler are all undisclosed. It is blended by Rick Rodriguez. Price point is $12.99, and cigars released in December of 2024. So, with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this unknown cigar?
This I don't care. Maybe he purposely undisclosed it because he knew it was not very good tobacco. You
I don't
think they
know.
do that in the industry?
Well, you can't say it was the Piloto Cubano is why you didn't like it, right?
I don't.
That's true.
Well, we can talk about it more after, but yeah.
Uh, I didn't like the flavor profile very much. This cigar kind of tastes like one of the ones that we reviewed that he made prior to this, from probably last year new release. It's similar in the sense of like everything that I've had from West Tampa taste uh like it tastes harsh and it tastes too like rustic. So for this one, I got like too much leather, too much minerals, too much harsh cedar wood. That harshness just kind of overtakes the entire profile. Makes the finish long, but nobody likes a long, lingering, harsh finish unless if you're into that kind of sex. Um, Medium strength, medium full strength against a shitty profile, flavor profile. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes this.
Right, Seth, what are your thoughts?
This is like smoking the wildebeest stampede in Lion King, man. It was just, I felt like Mufasa just getting fucking killed. Seasoned wood, tobacco, leather, faint earth notes. I got some herbal pepper spices. Got this mineral quality that just got going really early on. Medium strength and body. That profile really just kind of lingered throughout. Herbal pepper spices, charred oak, minerals, touches of earth, really long finish. I mean, this thing just lingered. Yeah, burn and draw were good, and I'm really thankful for that because it was like it's ready to be done. So, John,
Yeah, I actually thought the cigar had a promising start to it. Kicked it off with, I think rustic is probably a good way to describe it. Cocoa, tobacco, earth. Earth kind of start finishing right out of the hop at medium. So pretty heavy on the palate, but I think the creaminess in the cocoa did enough to balance that out. And, you know, that was, I think, enough for me to reach the good mark in the first third. But second third really centered around earth and creamy tobacco, and it kind of reminds me that, when you smoke a sort of fuller cigar on the earthier spectrum, and the next day you still taste that cigar in your mouth, and then the next day you still taste that cigar in your mouth, and like it's just is a lot of earth. So if you like earth, totally your jam. But I just didn't find that particularly sophisticated. I did get some plum in the second third, which was interesting, but that was about it. Last third,
Probably in your
creamy
mind.
earth. It's probably on my mind. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably the yellow. Yellow reminds me of plum.
Yeah.
Creamy earth in the last third, sweet tobacco in the center. But just earth was the super primary driver, and that earth uh, kicked up at the halfway point to medium full. So like, woo boy, like Seth said, I'm really glad the construction was good. A little bit of an uneven burn, had a canoe which required a touch up, but that's about it. And draw was actually towards the open spectrum, which is kind of surprising because the weight on the cigar was good. So I was kind of expecting a snugger draw rather than an open draw. Go figure. So I guess you'd call that above average. Aaron, what was your experience?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with a bold mix of earth and toasted oak, along with some black pepper. Got some cardboard that joined in pretty quickly. Second, there saw some walnut bitterness join in as the cardboard departed, and then the walnut sorry. The walnut nuttiness then later transitioned to a slightly bitter walnut shell. Final third saw the walnut shells and the black pepper both mellow a bit. Construction was perfect for me. No complaints there. Um, it it's a weird cigar for me. It started pretty average as the cardboard note wasn't a great supporting note, but then when it left in the second third and the walnut nuttiness kind of came in, it moved up a bit. So that doesn't usually happen for me. So final third dropped back down though as some of the components started to mellow. But it was an interesting transition kind of in the middle, and while I wouldn't really come back to it necessarily, I might try it in different Vitola just to see how it smokes, or maybe just I got some weird funkiness in the middle that kind of made it enjoyable. All right, getting to the scores, we're going to start at the top with me at 6.1. John gave it a 5.85. Jiunn gave it a 5.75, and Seth gave it a 4.18. My 6.1 matches up well. It was above average flavor profile with that nice bit in the middle with the walnut nuttiness and the walnut shell bitterness. Perfect construction kind of gets it right above the 6 mark. I'm not gonna go all in and say I'm coming back for the cigar. I might try another Vitola just to see, but it's just kind of a curiosity thing, and not because I'm like really in love with the profile. All right, John, 5.85.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's about right. Again, anything kind of below a 6 is just not something I'd return to. I think there's probably people out there that like this profile, but for me, 585 with near perfect construction, this is not enough. I mean, I think you have a point. I might try this in a different Vitola. I just don't know that I I'd be hard pressed. I'd be very surprised if like a Toro or something like that stood out.
I think they have a 6x60 in this too.
That's going to be a
Oof.
no for me, dog.
All right, June 5.75.
What brand did Rick manage when he was at
CEO.
before this he was at
CEO.
STG?
CEO, yeah.
CEO. Oh
Oh,
my goodness. Oh, bad track record. Carry forward, bad track record. Not good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And is this at his like what factory is this? Like what other is this like his own little factory
No,
or
this was Casa Carrillo.
okay
but he
okay.
doesn't. He
He
doesn't. Yeah, he
I
doesn't come
thought
out of
he
any
had like
specific.
his own little
Yeah, it's not his. I mean, other people I think produce stuff out of there too, but it is a small factory that that is all this other stuff has been out of.
Rick, go to an accent.
Yeah,
Okay. Go to an
yeah,
accent,
yeah.
Rick. Seriously.
Make it broadleaf out
Next
of Knox.
release, an accent. All right.
Broadleaf.
Take
Yeah,
any
do
Berlin.
it.
It doesn't matter. Just go to an accent.
Hell yeah.
All right, Seth, 4.18.
Listen, you don't have to go to NACSA, just go anywhere. So, I mean, it's just,
It's only up
I,
from here.
I've struggled with West Tampa stuff. Just not really crazy about any of his blends. I thought this one was really rough, really harsh. Didn't enjoy it. So it's one of those, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I don't know. I'm not gonna shit on him. Guy was so nice to me.
Yeah.
I, you know,
He's a nice guy.
he
He's
offered
super
others.
nice.
Yeah, he's great. But it's
Uh,
just not, yeah, I wouldn't come back to it. Maybe, you know what? Fuck it. You know what, Aaron, you pick up 6x60, I'll smoke it with you. Let's see how it
Oh,
goes.
all
No,
oof.
you no.
right.
Come on.
Yes,
Don't
I'm
do that
doing
to
it.
us.
I got
Don't do
time. I'm
that
going
to
to
us, Seth.
dedicate it.
Don't be
Who
Life is
knows?
too
ridiculous.
short
As
to
Coop
smoke six by
says, we
six.
smoked a Ron size, and maybe
Yes.
it's a 6x60.
Yeah,
Make better
okay.
life
I can live with
choices,
that.
you
I
guys.
can live
Okay.
with that.
No, this is a good life choice.
So, inside baseball. See, did any of you guys find it interesting that this came out of Casagrillo?
I found it interesting that I could feel it in my hand when I held it.
Well, okay, yes, definitely props to whoever was rolling that day. The weight was bang on, but obviously, a bunch of brands have kind of I don't want to say pushed out because that sounds like they're forced out, but have been sort of moved out of Casa Carrillo because they didn't have the capacity. So uh, Rick and Ernie actually go way back. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
assume
LGC
that's
days.
why. What's that?
From LGC days.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So So I think that's like, I assume Rick said, hey, like, would you mind rolling the, even though my brand's really small, would you mind rolling the cigars here? And, Ernie said, sure. Which is kind of interesting because, like I said, a number of brands have kind of had to move on because they're like, we can't roll you anymore. So, yeah. Knox would be good though. Yeah, definitely recommend Knox.
All right, wherever you catch the video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developmentpilots.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.